it's Rufio. Can never take myself serious when I'm filming these intros. I am a streamer for the 100 Devs stream team. 100 Devs is a free full stack online JavaScript bootcamp and agency. You can learn to code for free, and I will drop the links in the description below if that's something you're feeling like you want to check out, and you should, because it's a great community. In this VOD, we set our minds to solving the Fibonacci sequence with the iterative solution, I believe. It didn't. I mean, like, we looked at the answers in the end, and for some reason, like, I could not wrap my head around it. Like, I just did not understand it. And I have not looked it up since, and that is something I need to be doing. But it didn't happen in this video. So, you can just watch me basically struggle through that. And then we talk about depression and interpersonal relationships. So, happy Halloween. I mean, Halloween's over now. It's like mid-November, but happy Halloween anyway, and maybe you'll enjoy this VOD. I don't know. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Lark. Hi, Born. Good morning. Happy Halloween, everyone. If you celebrate, if you don't, happy 31st of October. Thank you. I'm a pirate. I'm a partial pirate, actually, and a cozy pirate with a cardigan. But I was like, I was gonna wear something else, and I was like, oh, you know what? I could just wear what I wore to a Halloween party. Pirate. Isn't this birthday around this time? This birthday, I can say words. Isn't my birthday around this time? Wouldn't you like to know? You do, Guludas. Hey, Connie, welcome in. Happy Monday, Pirate Rufio. Arr! So it has been so long since we've done coding challenges here that I cannot remember where they are on my computer. So that's cool. Your GitHub squares change color? Wait, like orange? Is that it? What? That would be really cool. Thought Rufio didn't like pirates? I mean, I don't know, we could get really meta about this. Maybe I don't like pirates, but I am a pirate, so I don't like myself? No, I don't. Fine, keep your secrets. No birthday cake for me then. Damn it. I'm really devastated. Oh! Oh my god, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, we're gonna show it. Don't worry. That's so cool. I can't. Wow. Wow. Orange and black, baby. Coding, what's that? Who knows? You haven't updated GitHub in half a year now. That's okay. Hey, Rohit. Thank you. Let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to make that could help you out. You've officially given up? No. The end wouldn't win if you gave up. How's looking the white theme? Private window. Okay, wait a second. Let me open it up in Chrome. Oh, I think it's all. Wait, no, never mind. I think it all may be, it might not have a light theme. Oh, it does do white. I cannot make it white to save my life, so that's cool. I tried to open up like incognito mode and that didn't work out for me, and I am still trying to figure it out, TBH. I just turned everything into dark mode on my computer and I can't not have dark mode. Yeah, I don't know, but oh well. Nice contributions, thank you. I've been falling a little off of the bandwagon or whatever end of October, so that's cool. You've recently completed several 6Qs after 9 months of only doing 7s and 8s. Hey, man, I've only ever done one 6Q, so props. Make a dance video? I'm not a particularly good dancer. You have to go through the profile settings. No, it's too much effort. GitHub detects your PC config. Wow, dark mode for life. Firefox is settings front page. You have 3 choices: automatic, light, and dark. Wait, what about the squares? How did I make what type of squares? Orange. Oh, orange. Just open up GitHub today. It's orange because it's Halloween. I didn't actually do that. I just opened it up and got it really excited. So magic? God? Or is it orange because it's fall? I don't know. As you see, I haven't really pushed. Okay, most of these are just like pushing from what's that one thing? Obsidian. So I don't feel like I've really pushed since like September. Huh. Rufio, how would you rate yourself with the promises, async, await stuff, and JavaScript? Not well. Yeah, so you see, when I was doing 100 devs, for those of you who don't know, 100 devs is a free JavaScript or a free online JavaScript bootcamp and agency. You can do exclamation point 100 devs, exclamation point Discord if you want to learn more, or join the Discord. When I was going through the classes, I was depressed and I didn't do them. And so when we got to that part, like I watched all the classes, I did none of the work. So, my understanding of async await is pretty shitty, honestly. So, yup. Hey, I have a question. Have you smelled your ceiling lately? Not since last Thursday. Out of context, that must sound very strange. You're missing out. I hear it smells like bacon today. I'm a vegetarian, though. Meat smells gross. With a touch of rosemary. Okay, I was making food yesterday. I was looking for caraway/fennel seeds, and I get a little bottle that says caraway on it. I start shaking it out. I was like, bitch, this looks like rosemary. I was like, what does caraway/fennel even look like? And so I had to look it up online, and I was like, that's what I thought. This is fucking rosemary. I don't know how the rosemary got in the caraway case. I think my sister gave some fresh rosemary to my brother, and he put it in there. But it was very confusing for me. Caraway are seeds, aren't they? Yes. Also look suspiciously like mouse poop. I may be a little traumatized from murdering like 10 mice. Morning chat, Huntober's catch-up crew. I eat mouse poop? God, I hope not. That happens to you for shopping for groceries at the dollar store? Nice. Mice killer? Yeah, I've killed like 9, 10 mice in the last 2 years. I'm a vegetarian. Sounds like things got carried away. You had an opportunity, Scott, and you took it, and I respect that. Look at Mr. Moneybags here shopping at the dollar store. Where's the trigger at? Is that why your mouse doesn't work on your PC? Oh, man. It's too scared, huh? Hey, Intelligence. Thanks for the bit. I appreciate you. The bits pluralized. Not that she killed the secret of Nim. I've never watched that movie, but I know it has mice in it. Is that why your mouse doesn't work? I love it. Hey, Pharaoh. How was vacay? It was good. And then I got better. And I like being back. I think being in my city, like basically where I grew up, and being in this house just makes me just naturally depressed because of just vibes, I guess. I don't know. So that's not great, but at least I get to stream again. No one will understand this, but Rufio, the warning personally bitched you out yesterday. Wait, what do you mean? Did they like jip you? Vibes are important. They really are. Like, oh God, like when I'm at home or in the United States or just in my state, since I haven't lived anywhere else in the United States, like one thing will go wrong and I'll just be depressed for like the whole day or maybe a week. I don't even know. You asked a question, barbacoa or chorizo. Apparently that's a no-no. So did they like, are you still making a website for them? And boom, the rest of the day is gone. I get it. I'm sorry that you get it, and thanks for relating. Your hometown bums you out. Yeah, it's a thing, isn't it? It's all on video. Want to see? I don't know. Do I? Cold hands. Isn't there like a song about on the hands? Wait. Flex. You can't see it with my sweater, but there are hella muscles there. Alright. I will watch it later then, Born. Why did... Wait. Also, ever since I got back, my like sleeping schedule is messed up. So I used to go to bed at like 12 and wake up at 9. My brother leaves for work at like 3:50 a.m. and every time he leaves, I wake up and my body's like, what if it was time to get up? And I'm like, why is this happening? So for the past 2 nights, I've actually moved on from sleeping or getting up at 3:50 in the morning, and now I get up at like 6:30 or 7, which is very, very late for me anyway, but it's a lot, or by late I mean early. It's really early, but it's later than 3:50. So how do you do that? How do you send the link privately? Whisper it. Looks like you did though. You remember when I said that I forgot where my code challenges were on my computer? Well, that is still the case. Hey everyone, where did I put them? Does anyone remember? I love asking people who are not on my computer the organization on my computer. It's chaotic, TBH. It's a little chaotic. Over there. Thanks, Lark. I found it. You wish you could get 9 hours of sleep in a normal night? Man, I'm sorry, Scotty. Maybe up there. Happy Halloween, on point. I'm a pirate today. Arr. We need to get Leah up in here. Leah's the real pirate. What if I sniffed? Because it's cold in here. Roommates, why can't we have the house be warm? I don't like being a popsicle. Where did you put your code wars? Where are they? Baby, where did you put them? I don't know. I lost them. Okay, I'm gonna do a whole challenges. Did I delete it somehow? Is it deleted? I can't find it on my computer. In a folder labeled Code Wars. I think actually it was in a folder called Coding Challenges or Code Challenges, and then there's a folder within that was also called Code Challenges. I didn't, Born. Tell me more about it. Oh, thank you, Rascal. Okay. Okay. 100 devs. Oh my god, you found it. Thank you. I actually can ask y'all about the organization on my computer. A 50-year-old creep who lived in... Is it Delphi? Delphi? What was the connection? Like, how did they get evidence to arrest? I had the recent selection, Rascal, but it was so not recent. It's been so long since we did one that it wasn't recent anymore. Some next level shit. You don't know everything. All right, I'll have to look it up, Born. But don't worry, we found it because of Rascal. Do you like that song? You better have liked that song. Look at my PMs. Are you talking about the whispers? Do you want me to watch it on stream? Nice VS Code PR. I had a recent but not really recent history. No, not on stream. Okay, well, I'm not going to watch it yet then. Because you all can hear my audio. Alright. Okay. Time to do some coding challenges. Nice. Mute us? You really want me to watch it right now, Alright, baby. What challenge are we starting with? Alright, okay. Freaking freezing feet. Was there a way I figured out how to make myself not freezing all the time? Did I talk about that on stream? If I did, will you jog my memory? A challenge called life. and motivation. And motivation. True though. Oh my god. So everyone, I'm technically on the job hunt, but I like keep self-sabotaging. Like I'll get opportunities and then I just won't follow up on them. Like what the fuck, Rufio? I'm very, 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 very interested in getting a job as a software engineer, and yet my actions don't reflect that. First challenge is looking at the folders. That's it. We did it. That's it, everyone. Happy Halloween. I hope you eat candy or whatever you do to celebrate or not. Bye. Hot mug of tea helps your frozen hands. You also use a heated massage pad on the chair. Would like to get a heated desk pad. Ooh. Am I on the job hunt or my job gatherer? I just gather them and hold them close to my heart. That sounds strangely normal. Sounds like you gather. Yep. First challenge was finding the challenges, so obviously it's time for break now. I mean, we're still chatting, so there's I was doing something, wasn't I? How many degrees is there? Well, I think there's at least 100. What temperatures is it in my house, though? It's probably like I don't know Celsius very well. 18 degrees Celsius, or maybe it's like 67 degrees. Yeah, temperature. Anyway, in 100 devs, they're doing Huntober, which is the job hunt in the month of Huntober. And since I've been on the job hunt for, man, this sounds awful, 10 months now, I was like, well, obviously I'm taking part of that. And here I am not taking part of that. So, like, I was like, well, maybe, bitch, I don't know, we should do some, like, coding challenges. I don't know. It is cool. That or I'm exaggerating. Okay, so we don't have anything on October 18th. I think I want to do like at least these 3 days. So we're going to make a coding challenge for the 18th. CC 2022 2022 1018. Nice. Alright, see ya, Born. Happy Halloween, Chip. How are you doing? Are you celebrating? So what I was thinking today is since I'm supposed to be, wait, I gotta yawn. Since I'm supposed to be on the job hunt and I'm supposed to be learning data structures and algorithms, why don't we throw back to a literal year ago when the last job hunt was in 100 devs? I half-assed that one too. And we learned about the Fibonacci sequence, baby, and factorials. Those are the 2 ones I have set aside. Not really celebrating, taking it easy. All right, nothing wrong with that. I'm not particularly celebrating it either. I mean, I did have like, I had a, I can't say it, Samhain party. So it wasn't, it's like Halloween adjacent, I guess. And I didn't do anything except for have a silent supper. And that was actually a lot of fun. Happy Halloween, Milk. Silent supper. So the idea is, I don't remember like I don't remember the reasoning and the tradition behind it. But the idea is that you eat an entire dinner in silence and set some extra place for some ghosts. And I thought it would be really awkward. And at first it was. And it was funny because, like, this was my party, okay? My party. I asked for us to do it. We determined we would do it for like 15 minutes. And we start being silent. And immediately I'm just like... and my sister's across from me. And she's like... and then so we're up... like at one end of the table trying not to crack up, and the other end's like, what the fuck, man? And then after my sister was like, yo, it was like literally your idea. Why were you like laughing so hard? I was like, I couldn't stop it. It was awkward. But it stopped being awkward actually. And it started being cool because like I had to like not look at anyone or I'd start like cracking up. So I was like, and then I like mindfully ate my food and it was kind of like just chill. And we had like nice like Nordic music playing in the background. And I don't know, it was different. I liked it. The giggles are impossible to contain as silent suffering. True. It wasn't you laughing, it was the ghost laughing through you, obviously. That means there's a ghost in Paiute. Anyway, it was a good time. This reminds you of a treat you read on a book of staying silent for 30 days. Ooh. You know what? I want to do, if I ever have enough money or whatever, I would really like to do one of those ayahuasca retreats, and some of them are like a month long, and you're like really quiet and you don't talk to anyone. That kind of reminds me of that. Hey, Garrus, it's good. How's it going for you? Let's do some Fibonacci. Fibonacci. I've done these challenges many times before, but not for at least 9 months. So, yeah, code. So, in my Anki, spaced repetition, very spaced. Most spaced repetition you ever spaced. Doing great. How's your job hunt going? Well, I have not been on top of it, and I've not been taking advantage of opportunities that have been offered to me. So that's not good. I'm in one job interview process, and I should find out if they give me an offer. They said last week, so we'll see if it's this week. God, I hope so. That would be so nice. I'm so done to... words. I'm so ready to be done with the job hunt. I'm so done to be ready with the job hunt. With the hunt job. So, cross your fingers that that works out. If it doesn't, that's okay, because I've been here for 10 months anyway. I'm so done to be done. Are you well done, though? Thank you, Ship. Yeah, we'll see, I guess, right? I don't know how much, like, effort I have left in my body. I'm just so tired. I have, like, depression, right? And I'm fine most of the time, but it's, like, always there. Like, it's an undercurrent. And if, like, something triggers it, like, bitch, it triggers it, you know? And that is not helpful for when you're trying to, like, be hopeful for the job hunt, you know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not medium rare. True. So when we were in Spain, my sister and my mom got burgers because they eat the meat. And it kept being like pinkish in the middle. And I don't remember enough about meat to know what that means, but apparently that doesn't mean that means it is questionably done. And they were like, ew. And I was like, this is why you eat veggie burgers, baby. You remember your depression days? Feels bad, man. Well, I'm glad that they aren't current days. You know, I think I know why it's so cold. I turned off the heat for my party yesterday. Let me go turn on the heat. Okay? Because I'm a little popsicle. She's a popsicle, baby. Popsicle, baby. So I'm just going to leave this here for you. I am actually so proud of this rhyme. I'm a poet. This is your poet god. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Rufio. Praise the Gaudio. Yeah, so I shall do though thy bidding. Yeah. I bid you to have a healthy work-life balance. Not so keen to do my bidding now, are you? Alright. So we got a lot to save, baby. We're gonna do multiple Fibonacci. We're doing number one Fibonacci, recursive Fibonacci, and then I think the memoized Fibonacci. I have done all these before. Like I said, though, it was like 9 months ago. I remember jack shit, so that's cool. So I figured it would be a good thing to revisit. Wait, a god that wants the best for me? What the fuck? Hydrate before you hydrate. So we're gonna push this. Get status, get add, get commit, dash dash date equals 2022 10 18. Close quotation mark dash m. Add unsolved coding challenge for 10 18 coding challenge. Bit of a redundancy, but who gives a, you know? Get push. Let's go. If we look, it should pop up right here. Did it do it? It did, baby. Wow. Making me focus. All right. I'm gonna do a little like timer on my computer. My niece says computer. So let's do a timer on my computer. All right, y'all. I'm putting the timer over where I would see you chat, so I can't see you chat. Wow. Hot damn. Okay. So we just push it to this day. I thought I could put this off a little longer. Rude. Okay. The Fibonacci numbers, commonly denoted f of n, form a sequence called the Fibonacci sequence, such that each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers starting from 0 and 1. That is star star. What the star star is this? F of 0 equals 0. F of 1 is 1. F of n, a given number, equals f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2, where n is greater than 1. Given n, calculate f of n. All right, let's work through this because I don't quite remember what this means. So we're saying that when they give us a number 5, wait, you know what? Yes. When they give us a number 5 equals 5, then we would say that 5 minus 1. Yeah, my brain started, I've done this before, my brain started doing factorials. So it would be 5 minus 1. What are we in, fucking math class? Yes, we are. And 5 minus 2. And then that would mean that the answer would be, I can do math, 4 plus 3, 4, 7. Right? 5, 3. I think so. Let's do another little example. So if we're given n equals 98, we would say 98 minus 1 plus 98 minus 2. I don't know, I did a space for that one. Anyway. And that would give us 97 plus 96, and I cannot do mental math. Like, I can't do it. 97 plus 96 is 193. Alright, one more example. I'm doing prep a little out of order just because I need to make sure I'm understanding what the fuck this is saying to me. Thank you for the follow, mysterious person who I cannot see at this time. Alright, I'm gonna pick some numbers. Wait, I think I pressed the F buttons. Nice. 859 is the number. 859 minus 1. Minus 1. I feel like alright. So we have to say the minus 2. And If you can do this in your head, like, fucking props, and what the fuck is wrong with you? In the best way possible. So, 858 plus 857 is 1,715. 1,715. Nice. Thank you for the follow, mysterious person. Cannot see you at this time. All right, nice. When I can look at chat again, y'all tell me if that's right or not. But for now, we're gonna go through the parameters. So we will be given a number, and we want to start with the numbers. All right, what does it mean when it says starting from 0 and 1? Oh yeah, n is greater than 1. So above 1, n is greater than 1. Because the 0 is going to be this one, and 1 is going to be this one. We'll want to say that we will return, like, that if it... Oh, timer's done, baby. I'm on a bit of a roll, though, so I'm not going to look at chat yet. We want to say that if... I was on a roll. Where's my brain? If n equals 1, return 1. And if n equals 0, return 0. Else, we're going to do this shit. Okay? All right, now I'm going to look at the chat. You can't... It broke? Wait. What do you mean that 7 isn't in the Fibonacci sequence? And you can't hear... Oh my god. I live my life. Why would I click the wrong one? I was doing so good, man. This is a private conversation. You could hear me at least. You could hear me explain it. Heavy sigh. Oh dear, the worst time to be in not looking at chat mode. The suspense is killing me. I hit the wrong scene, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to toss it up for y'all. I wanted to make it like sneaky. Come back to this. Yeah, it do be a coding stream, am I right? Alright, since I decided to do this with the wrong scene, in a way you couldn't see it, we're gonna explain what I have so far, now that you can see what I've written, okay? So, I was saying, bruh, have I been streaming for, by the way, I've been streaming for a year now, as of this month. I've been streaming for a year and shit like this still happens. Rufio. Let's code next week. Ease into it. Today we chill. That's what last week was. Okay, so I was saying... It's okay, move on. I can't get over it. I can't believe I did that. When n is... So, like, if f of n is 0, we're going to have 0. And if f of n is 1, we're going to have 1. We're going to be given f of n, a random number, and we want to pop it into f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2 as long as it's above 1. We're going to be given a number, and we have to calculate it according to that number. So, people are saying there was no 7, but I was just popping this into the equation. I said if we have 5, then it would be 4 plus 3 equals 7. If we have 98, then 97 plus 96 is 193. So these are what we would get back, right? And if we have 859, that's 858 plus 857 is 1,715. Then I went through parameters. I said we will be given a number n, and we want to start with the numbers above 1. So that means n is greater than 1. So when we write this out, we want to say, if this is 1, give us 1, baby. If this is 0, give us 0, baby. And if it's not, do this other shit. You joined Bumbled last week as a gag. You don't recommend it. It's a sea of sadness. Don't ever crow. Oh. Yeah, I don't do dating apps. No. Not my priority. N is the index of the number. Thank you. That is not something I understood. This is why we're talking it out. So, we're saying that n is the index. We're not doing recursive yet, Rascal. I don't know if that, what you wrote is like recursive or not necessarily. I don't belong in there and I don't belong here, so I'm going to the wilderness, probably to die. How did you find me? The village told me. Hola, Nacho. But n is index. Yes. It's not just a number, it's an index number. I'll never know, I guess. No one is verifying with me if it's an index number. You can always count on Ruth to know her Nacho quotes. I can count on you, Born, to always pop Nacho quotes into chat. Oh, you know what? Someone at a party I went to this weekend was dressed as Nacho in like the blue shirt and the khaki pants. Because you want to find the nth number of the sequence. And the nth number of the sequence, the nth number as opposed to the number n. Nacho! Sometimes chancho when you are mad. You like to wear stretchy pants in your room. It's for fun. Quietly trails off. Alright, I also needed to see who followed. Schoon and developers M6. Alright, well, let's readjust this. Given the nth number versus n as a number, as far as I understand. So we're saying at the 0th index, it is 0. At the 1th index, first index? Anyway, it is 1. After that, we're saying at the nth index, it is the index number minus 1 and index number minus 2. Right? So, that would mean this is 4, right? How would that change my examples? Why can't I be hired as a developer jester, someone who goes around entertaining the coders? So if n is 3, what is the number? Isn't it 4? No. Or are you saying what I've written here? Are you talking about like if like the index was... Oh wait, that's assuming we're starting from 0. I don't understand how this new knowledge changes how I've written it out though. N of 0 equals 1. Oh, you did it wrong. Okay. What is any number but a futile attempt at counting? Philosophy? N of 0 is 0. That's what I thought. N of 1 is 1. Okay. N of 2 is N of 0 plus N of 1. Oh? Alright. So we'd say N of 5 would be N of 2. Wait, why would N of 2 be n of 0 plus n of 1. How does that fit into this? Is Rufio really wearing a costume, or is she playing along with like, oh yeah, it's a costume? It actually is a costume. I was going to wear a yellow shirt today, and I wasn't going to wear this. It's legitimately a costume. It may be from Goodwill, but it is a costume. That's a half-ass costume. I'm a half-ass person. I literally half-ass everything. Like everything. Hell, I half-ass streams. So I started streaming at 9 a.m. for me. It was 8:20 this morning. I was like, what should I stream about? Half-assing, maybe? I really should be preparing for streams, but, oops, mistakes were made. But, it's a couple of half-asses. Half-assing is tight. And that's why you, what's it called? Pair program. Love it. All right. I don't think I understand this particularly well, so Scotty, how is that accent? Let us pray. Dear Gaudio, let Rufio understand what the fuck is happening in this problem. Amen. Wow, the Irish wept. Was it an Irish? What did I do an Irish one? I had someone ask me yesterday difference between a Scottish and Irish accent, and I know they sound different, and I know what they sound like, but I couldn't picture either of them, and so apparently I'm not very competent at being a British person. So, do you need help in the problem? I need help understanding the problem. So right now, what I understand is that this is not just a number, this is an index number. So Wesley was saying that given n of 2, that's equal to n of 0 plus n of 1. That doesn't seem to fit in this, though, so I don't quite understand it. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. N is the number itself? That's what I thought. But then we said it wasn't. Should we watch a video on it? N is the number you're aiming for, which would be the sum of the previous two numbers in a sequence, yeah? That's what I thought, but then we said that my examples weren't right. Are these examples right? You're sure it's the number given as a parameter. So are those examples right? N is definitely not the number itself. You will return the number at index n. Oh, so confusing. That's why we work together to solve the problem. If they give you n to begin with, what are you even trying to figure out? I don't know. Probably making confusion with factorials. Me too. I've definitely done that before. So for n equals 20, the answer would be 6765. How? So fib5 equals the fourth number in the fib sequence plus the third number in the fib sequence. And how do we know what those numbers are? You want to build your Fibonacci sequence, then pass your number through it. You have to build your call stack. I'm like doubting everything I've ever known about this problem. I do not know that I have been doing it well or right. So you're saying that I have to just like freaking be like array 23, 2, 1, 5, 7? And then, or would it just be like, I'm overthinking it. I don't understand. I don't know what's happening anymore. You need to know how to find the third number before you worry about coding anything. Start with 0, 1 to make it easier for now. The next number would be 0 plus 1. I do not think I understand what Fibonacci is. For the first two numbers, 0, 1. Yes, master. Alright. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 5 plus 8 equals 13. I absolutely was not thinking this was... I'm thinking factorials, and I knew that, but also I didn't know the difference. Fibonacci sequence is a type of series where each number is in sum of the two that precede it. It starts from 0, 1 usually. It's given by 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc. What's the URL for this one? There isn't one actually. But I can copy what I have into the chat. I don't know how well that's gonna work out. Bandana looks great, thank you. I'm a pirate. It is Halloween and I'm a pirate. There we go. So we're not doing recursive or I think the memwise solution. No, I don't know. Anyway, we're just doing the regular one. I'm doing the interactive solution. OBV. This is good stuff. You're learning a lot. Helps with the brain function on this beautiful day. I'm glad. I'm also thinking you're doing the iterative. Yes. 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 You don't care about Tommy Hilfiger. It's a recursive sequence generated by adding the two previous numbers. Here's a good video. If you were to draw a line starting the right bottom corner of a golden rectangle within the first square, and then touch each succeeding multiple squares outside corners, you would create a Fibonacci spiral. So we're saying 1, and then we're doing another 1, and then since there are 2, we're matching the side, and so that's going to be 2. And then we're trying to match this size with those 2 squares and this one. And then we're trying to match this size with all of that. And then we're trying to match this size with all of this. What's up? Just exploring Twitch for the first time. Currently in the trenches of the 100 Devs program. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. How are you liking 100 Devs? We're doing coding challenges. I do understand this chart though. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 2 plus 1, since they're right next to each other, is 3, because 1, 2, 3, right? And then 3 plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 5 plus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Loving it. Leon's super engaging, and you're having a lot of fun with it so far. I'm glad. Leon's an amazing teacher, and it's an amazing program. So let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Stop showing me ads, damn it. Alright, Born. Okay. Born is right, though. We should take a break. Because I always forget to take breaks, and breaks are good to take, and my throat is super dry, and I need to get some more water in my body and my throat. Where are we going? To get water, baby. So make sure you get up, take care of yourself. Ceiling smelling? Well, I don't know. I do it in secret now. So take a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Probably be helpful of me to actually put a timer in Dark Rufio place. That was a fast break. I didn't even fill up my water. I mean, I did. I didn't even put Gatorade powder in my water. Halloween's Chill seems so much different than the rest of the others. Wait. Go into more detail. Why is it chill? I feel like it's kind of extra. So much death and shit. Costumes and stuff. Oh, lol. Born. Boo. It is a cute little ghost, isn't it? Top 2 holidays, Halloween and Christmas. My favorite holiday is St. Patrick's Day, so. I understand Fibonacci now. We are saying that given a number, you add the 2 numbers in the Fibonacci sequence before it. Right? Right? So if we want to get 5, we have to do 5 minus 1. How does this, is this right? It doesn't make sense how that fits with this to me. Like, so if we have 5, how is 5 minus 1? Oh, that's 3 and 2. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. Let's do another one. Let's do n equals... Can concentrate with me looking like a half-assed pirate? That's okay, I can. You can use recursion for this problem? Yes, but we're trying to use the iterative solution first. And then we're going to do recursion. And then we're going to do the memorize. N equals 5 results in 5. How are you supposed to know what the 2 previous numbers are? I'm not saying we don't like recursion. I'm just saying that we're doing it step by step, baby. Forgot to get chapstick on our break, damn it. Could you just use counters? Explain. I don't know why this is so hard for me to understand. That's okay. Have any gloves? No. But I could put my hands under my legs while I'm waiting for y'all to say stuff. Say we had A equals 0 and B equals 1. Oh, this sounds familiar. Do I ever draw a theory with boxes and numbers? Are you talking about this one? How many monitors do you use for streaming? 3. So I have a middle monitor, which is the one I look at with the camera and I monitor chat. Then this one is the one that I'm sharing. And this is the one that I look at if people follow me or make like requests. What are they called? Redemptions. And also music. The new ceiling cam. One monitor gang represent. Is the ceiling still dripping? No. But I feel like it should be because I don't think it got fixed. I'm not sure what happened. Like, I feel like that's more concerning. Like, why did it stop? Because I tried to fix it, but then it wasn't fixed. But then was it fixed? Because after I fixed it, it still leaked. Maybe they're not showering anymore. Honestly, that could be, like, maybe they don't shower here anymore. But I feel like they do, but maybe not. The water sound new path, hidden in the walls. Woof. Do I use webcam or camera? Webcam. Yeah, it's not the fanciest. I have a pretty low quality but also cheap setup, so. At some point in the future, I would like to get a little arm thing so I can hold my phone. Maybe use that as a camera or also use it so I can do some drawing streams. It's good quality. I'm glad to hear it. Isn't the Fibonacci sequence always the sum of the previous 2 numbers? So that's what I hear. I just don't quite understand how to implement it. Like, I don't understand how that fits into this. Wait, did you give me an answer, terminal and logic? I don't want to see the answer yet. You're always shocked by how good my mic is. It's like weirdly like super good. Like nerdy, huge headphones. Great mic though. Like what the hell? You think you can stream with only one laptop? You're broke. You could if you're not sharing your screen. Because you need to, like, if you want to share your screen, you don't, and you also have to like look at chat and whatnot and have like Streamlabs or OBS or something open on another screen. So if you aren't sharing your screen, then you can just monitor Streamlabs or whatever. And if you are going to be sharing, I think you need minimum 2. How good is the laptop? Also, how big is the monitor in it? I think my laptop is a 15-inch monitor, and then I have 2 on the side that are 24 inches. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So, do we have to supply the Fibonacci sequence to it? Or no? As like a previous array? Oh, we asked how good my laptop is. My laptop is incredible. It's a Legion 5. Love it. Like, just adore it. Alright, let's see it, Dan. So you're saying that if n is 0... Alright, everyone. You're buying the new Legion 5 soon? That's amazing. Such a good laptop. I adore my laptop. It's like 2 years old now. Ooh, we got a raid? Adam, welcome. Everyone say welcome to Adam. Adam is our friend. Make sure you check Adam's channel out. They've hung out with us before. And we're so grateful for the raid today. Hi, Trash. I don't think I've seen you here before. But I do see you on Twitter. Okay. Hi, Zeus. What's up? Welcome, everyone. My name is Rufio. I am a streamer with the 100dev stream team, which is a free online bootcamp slash agency. If you're interested in learning more about that, do ! 100 devs ! Discord. What I do here is we work on various projects, like we've been working on an online talking dictionary for a Native American language. Today we're working on coding challenges, specifically the iterative version of the Fibonacci challenge. And I'm having a hell of a time trying to figure out what the fuck the Fibonacci is just not, it's not clicking for me. So that's what we're doing today. Welcome. I'm glad to see everyone. Thanks again for the raid, Adam. We're pirates today. Yes, I'm a pirate. This is my my Halloween fit. Hey, Ghost, what's up? How many subs do I have? 34 right now. All right. So, Dan threw this up here. So this is me going to try and understand it. God, my hands are cold. So, got a little slap fight. We need more subs? No, we don't need more subs. I just like people being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. So, okay, so what we're trying to... Y'all, chill out. So, we love hanging out with you. Stop it. 34 subs, that's a cup of coffee every single day. Look at me, I'm drinking my coffee every day. No, I don't actually drink coffee very much. I'm a good Mormon, so. They're holding hands. Aww. So, we're looking at this, and I'm trying to figure out how that works with Fibonacci. So it's just adding the two previous numbers in the sequence to make the next one, but I'm not really sure how we get to that point. So that's why we're looking, well, hello? We're looking at this. Is coffee hard to get in Utah? I know you people are a little weird. It's not hard to get, I just don't drink it. Hey, Salazar, thanks for the follow. You can only drink decaf coffee. Yeah, like, I can drink it, and I do if I go to a coffee shop with someone, but I don't drink it at home. I just drink water. Actually, I drink Gatorade packets. Or Powerade packets, whatever they are. Propel packets? Ooh, spooky. Water, ew. Alright. Being mean to water, I see. Fibonacci function valid when n is greater than 1 because you need the two previous numbers. How much is one sub? I don't know. I've never bought one. Does anyone have an answer to that question? Oh, it's a little bat. I want a little bat. Wait. Why don't I get a little bat? It's okay. I'm getting distracted. All right. So we're saying we have to start with 0 and 1. Thanks, Lark. That was very nice of you. 11 gift subs, bruh. Wow. I see that we're trying to hold hands with me. Are you trying to hold hands with me? Take my hand. $5 when using a laptop and $6 with your phone. I wonder why. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. Alright, but I don't quite understand what's happening here. Hey, Visual Studio sucks. What are we doing? Fibonacci sequence iterative version, baby. I'm trying to figure out what we're talking about in this particular that. In this particular that, as one says. We're gonna pull up Fibonacci sequence iterative. Fibonacci sequence. Green fire? Fuck yeah. Alright, let's pause music. Pull this baby up. 45 seconds, huh? Alright. No. I don't want advertisement.
Math wasn't made up to harass English majors. It was invented by a little something called nature. And it's everywhere you look. In fact, there are specific numbers that we see in nature all the time. Together, they're called the Fibonacci sequence, and it goes something like this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. You may know this pattern. The first and the second add up to the third, and the second and the third add up to the fourth, and the fourth and the fifth add up to the sixth, and so on. The sequence was first described by mathematicians in India about 1,300 years ago, and it was introduced to the West in 1202 by Leonardo of...
There's a mistake. Wait a second. Fibonacci. JavaScript. Iterative. We don't want the solution. I just want someone to explain it for me. To me. Explain it to me. Bitch, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Then go eat something. Yep. Alright. Okay. Alright. I don't understand what's happening here. So what we're going to do is we're going to work backward. And try and figure out what's happening here. I have the answer, so. Like, I understand what the Fibonacci sequence is. I just don't understand how. Alright. So this, oh, hello. This is what I have. So we're saying that we're starting with 0 and 1, an array, as someone said previously, and we're sticking it into a for loop. We're saying I equals 2 because we're not including 0 and 1. We already know what they are. And then we're saying that I is greater than or equal to n. So the given number n. And then we're saying that the index of whatever it is in the array. Yeah, okay. All right. So let's say 5. Let's walk through this. We're starting with 0 and 1. We're saying that I is equal to 2 and it is greater than or equal to 5. And we increase by 1. Then we're saying that array, hello, hey, stop it please. Array 2, 2, 2, 2. So the second thing in the array, which is 1. What? Array 2 equals array 2 minus 1, so that's 1. So we're grabbing 1, right? And then we're saying we're grabbing 0 plus 0 equals 1. And then we're returning array. Bitch, I don't understand this. Why don't I understand this? It's okay. Don't get frustrated, Rufio, just because you don't understand this, because I have in the past. The next number in the array will equal the two previous numbers added together. So I understand that. I just don't understand how this works. Thanks, Warren. Appreciate it. Scroll, baby. This looks the same, though, doesn't it? Think of it as a sliding window of two consecutive numbers. You add them together and you get to the next number and then slide the window one number over to the right. The third number is going to be 0 plus 1. I've lost control of the file. Lol, why there's so many green boxes? You have to make it so no one else can edit it, I guess. What is this? That's cool. This new file should be view only. I swear I clicked it. Oh.
Why should you use Miro? Well, when you draw on a whiteboard, no one sees it. With Miro, you plan together.
Today we're going to dive a bit deeper into recursion by looking at a very common problem, determining the nth character of the Fibonacci sequence. And the Fibonacci sequence is just a mathematical sequence that starts with 2 ones, and from there it just goes on infinitely where you sum the previous 2 numbers to get the current number. So 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 2 plus 1 equals 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 3 plus 5 equals 8.
This isn't the
so
oh, it is recursion.
So,
I literally wrote iterative. Okay, thank you.
I will talk about how to solve the Fibonacci sequence using both iterative and recursive way. So it took me some to first give the Fibonacci of 1, first give the value of 0. So let Fibonacci of 1 be 0, let Fibonacci of 2 be 1. So we have 0 and 1
Why
stored
is she spacing it out?
before. And now also have a variable called result, which is let result equals 0. Now what we can do is we can start looping. So we already have value for 0 and 1, so we can start looping from 2. So let I equals 2. I is less than or equals to the number I plus plus. Now what we can do, the goal of this whole process is to make sure that we sum the last two numbers. So now result will equal to sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, girl, what the hell?
2. The result is num1 plus num2. So
See ya,
0 plus
boy,
1,
drive
1.
safe.
Then what we're going to do is now we're going to reassign the value for num1 and num2. So num1 now becomes num2. And what does num2 become? Num2 becomes the result. Becomes result. Then we're going to return result. So let's see. Fibonacci of, let's do number 6 and terminal node algo.js. Fibonacci of 6 as we have it, 8. Let's try again. Fibonacci of 7 is 13. So this is the iterative way of doing it. It is a little long, but we can do this recursively very as well, and it's very simple. So the way we do this
No, not yet. We're reassigning. I swear I had somewhere. Oh. I swear I had like the list. Oops. Fibonacci list. Wow. So I'm basically pure HTML, huh? All right. There we go. So 1, or that'd be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? How it should be. So if we had fib 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 5. Let's do fib 6, which is 8, like that person said. So seeing the gangster stream, you're seeing the pirate stream. I'm a pirate today. Arr. I don't like this because I don't understand it. Hold up. Coding is a lifetime of things you don't understand. I did understand the example in the video we watched, so let's just go with that. I'm gonna grab it and write it down. So this person said instead function fib n let num1 equals 0, let num2 equal 1, let result equal 0 for, and I copy this actually, we're gonna say instead of this, result equals num1 plus num2, and then we reassign it and we say num1 is num2, num2, and num2 is result, and then we return the result. Great. 0, 1, 0, and 1. So this is equivalent to result, I guess. Why do we have to set result equal to something? Wait, why do we have to have this line? Couldn't we say let result equal that? Could we say let result? Watch that be integral. So it's available in the outer scope, and we want it to be available in the outer scope. Oh, stretch. Okay. So this would be the num1, right? Hey, Vim.
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that? Thanks for follow. How does this translate to num1? Because it does. Wait. They're using a for loop, but they're not even like using it. Drank. Wow. All right, everyone. Posture check, eye drops, drinks, stretches. Keeping me healthy. Using it for the loop just to control how many times it loops. Okay. So you can find the nth number in the sequence. You need channel points, you've gone broke. Have you gone broke? Did you get a postcard? I don't have the power. I don't even know how to do that, so. So we're saying iterate up to 5, 10, 10. I know you can't, but evil Dan can. Dark Dan. Turns out you can redeem Rufio channels for hard drugs on some streets. Who knew? Hey Philip, thanks for the follow. Lol. Y'all are silly. High priest in the Church of Rufio. Alright, y'all. We're gonna take a break because I suddenly have to go to the bathroom because y'all have been making me hydrate, so that's cool. So, make sure you take care of yourself. Take a break, and ooh, wait, let's do the thing where we do the timer. Nice. Are you that type of person who doesn't do their laundry for 3 weeks because it's just like too much effort? That's me. Can I rap? I don't know. What qualifies a person to rap? Saying a rap? Or like rapping? Like I can repeat other people's raps. I can't come up with them. Am I good at it? I don't know. Two weeks? Been delaying laundry for 2 months once. I feel that. I'm proud of myself. Washing my own clothes. Cleaned the kitchen. Hot damn, Rufio. Hot damn. Hot damn. Alright. Just 7th degree black belt in limericks. I love the poetry. Yeah. So I was trying to compare these two. So it's starting at the second index, which doesn't exist. Or is it just saying the number 2? Why is it so confusing for me? I don't know, my brain's kind of been broken for several weeks, so there's that. The counter starts at 2. How does this work? Like, I just don't understand how this line of logic works. We're reassigning what I is. Inside the loop, it creates array 2. But isn't that grabbing the index number of 2? Alright, y'all. Let's make a decision. Do we keep trying to make me understand this? Or do we move on to the recursive solution? Because I'm trying to do it, but it just is not. This makes sense to me, but this does not. Watch a parrot video? Ah, yes. Clearly the most superior out of all of those. I is the current index of the array you are setting. It creates array 2 by adding array 1 and array 0. Then creates array 3 by adding array 2 and array 1 up to array number. It's hard to understand sometimes, TV. I don't know where I got sometimes. I got it from acids. You sometimes get high and try and do leak code? No. Do you? I cannot even do leak code like stone cold sober. Stone cold sober works better, honestly. You can do binary search height. Props? I feel like that's a flex. Like a justified flex, too. I just do not understand. You just code better with a healthy buzz on. Just zone out and let the fingers fly. I don't think I've ever coded under the influence of anything. Either you got 4 problems in a row or you stay stuck on one for like 1 hour. Sounds like ADHD, right? My therapist says I don't have ADHD. Another thing we could do? I have solved this several times in the past, or I should have solved them. Maybe in Mega Month, summer. Did I find a job? No, not yet. I should know about one job, hopefully this week. Hopefully, cross your fingers. Besides that, I'm not in any other interview process. Thought you had ADHD. You thought you had ADHD too. We went to see a psychiatrist and we tried Ritalin, but it just made you tweak. Haven't I been lucky for months? Yes. Thanks, Dan. That's like the minimum. I just want to hear back. I just don't like, I just hate limbo. Fuck limbo. Hey, freak, long time no see. Did I try and do this problem with map? Cause no. What city am I in? I am in northern Utah in the US. You talk to people? That's very nice of you. She is here. Obviously. So this is Mega Sum Daily. It's also more, oops, sorry. Coding, okay, baby. Coding challenges. But we're gonna try and find Fibonacci up in here. And see if I can, like, work through. As you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've worked on this at least 8 times. Wolf that. Iterative. Fine. See ya, Dan. Thanks for hanging out. 11th time is a charm. That's what I always say. Me too. All right. Let's look at my little notes. Hey, look. Rufio 17. Oh my god. Rufio 17 months ago was also confused. Whoa. Young Rufio. 23-year-old Rufio. Little Rufio. 7. I can't believe I've been coding for that long. I have officially been coding for 2 years, everyone. I started 100 Devs October 26, 2020. Small proof. I love it. Keep them coming. This is a big month. Birthday month, 2 years coding month, 1 year streaming month, also Huntober. Well, yeah. I was also hoping it would be the month I got my first job in tech, but that's okay. Well, first full-time job in tech. Chonky month. Small Roof's rap alter ego, Lil Thuggio. I like it. Lil Thuggio. What's Huntober? So, I'm part of the 100 Dev stream team, which is a free online full-stack JavaScript bootcamp and agency. And this month in that, they're doing Huntober, which means the job hunt, basically. So. All turned to hunts for October. Crushed velvet everywhere. Form a sequence, blah, blah, blah. No recursion. Always be given a number. Formula needed is n-1 plus n-2. Are we employed yet? God, I wish we were. Nah. This chunky month did not include that, unfortunately. I mean, it's still possible. Everyone vibes to the sky or what, I don't know. Vibes. Rufio gets an offer today. Offer vibes. Get checkout dad. Good job. Come on, burrito daddy. Get checkout job. I got it. I can say words. No recursion. Always should return the sum of the 2 preceding numbers. Make a function that takes in a number. So I'm pretty sure this was my teacher. Let sum and I minus 1 and I minus 2. Loop through so it goes through each number before it returns sum. Not working because I can't get it to recognize sum for some reason. Really, really weird. And if I try and return the line in the for loop, it just returns as undefined. Solution. I really did some splaining. You're now chanting to the job lords. Give Rufio a job. Give Rufio a job. It doesn't quite have like there's too many syllables in Rufio. trying to think of. Give Rufio a job. Have I bought any books? Nah. I'm honestly, this is probably why I'm not employed at this point. I'm so bad at studying. It's insane. Click here for a free job. Just for the 4 easy payments of $99.99. That's 4 easy payments of $99.99. Get a job today. Okay, but I don't know. That might be like fire or like a good deal. My code looks scary. Woo! Spooky. Spooky code, baby. I'm a pirate today. I have like a this type of shirt too, but you can't really see it. And a cardigan. I'm a cozy pirate with freezing hands. Alright, so they make an array that already has 0 and 1 in it. I suppose that makes sense because we need to account for those two numbers? Just turn the Church of Rufio. I said Chorch. The Church of Rufio, and you'll get anything you want, just for the small price of your immortal soul. It actually costs more than that, and all up front is you go up to the boot camp route to get a job. Making a for loop just like I did with some differences. They just straight up set I equals 2 instead of I is greater than or equal to 2. I wonder if one is better than the other. This is Rufio 17 months ago, everyone. Anyway. I wonder if one is better than the other, and then they didn't do n length. Dot length. I guess they didn't need to? For the I equals 2, I is less than or greater than, less than or equal to n. I plus plus. Wait. Okay. So they're setting the index of array, which I guess is supposed to just be n, as in n equals n minus 1 plus n minus 2 equal to that's what? The same array, since that's where we're operating from using the formula. Control Q to see the magic. Spooky. Mysterious keyboard commands. It's a little confusing. Yeah, yes, agreed. I came here for answers, not for more questions. I think you need to spend more time on real-world projects versus coding challenges, TBH, and obviously pick projects that are engaging so you don't lose steam on it. Shoehorn as much technology into the project as possible so you can become proficient in multiple things at once and prove that you're competent in real-world scenarios. I agree with you. I haven't done coding challenges in over a month, so I figured it was an easy thing to do, and also I didn't plan very well. But you're right. Alt F4. I can't press F4 because I have like OBS commands that would make me go to the BRB screen, I think. What about the interface with database, Redis caching layer, message queues, RabbitMQ maybe, SPA front end, auth layer, etc. Dark Rufio, so? I mean, I guess we could try Alt F4. Wow, thank you. I did take that bait. I don't regret it. No regrets. No regrets. It does make me enjoy it more, honestly. Anyway, let's stop coding now. You did get me. Oh, hello? Well, they don't say trick or treat for nothing. Wait, where is my life? Hello, baby? There it is. Yeah, only mentioned the above because you're usually doing challenges when you tune into the stream. Probably bad timing. It also, I don't know, it's easier to engage with people on stream as well. But, yeah. Learning Java in a course, night classes, and the teacher got us using weird methods in French? Like, instead of using the scanner thing, we used terminal.literint. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen programming in not English. Alright, what is this very silly thing? Oh, good lord. First time, second time, third time, second time, third time. Third time? Hell yeah. I may have just fucking memorized it at that point. Why isn't past Rufio helpful? Past Rufio. What is that? Understanding the answer. Need to read in French? Oh, I get you. I did not know that. Looks like I'm just repeating it at this point. $10 months ago. Rufio in January was feeling pretty comfortable with this. I'm happy for you, past Rufio. It must be nice to understand what you're writing in the code. Alright, I'm done with the iterative solution. I don't know how to do it. I give up. I mean, I do. Like, I have the answers right here. But, like, I don't understand them. Anyway, I'm just going to write a little note to myself. Don't understand this literally at all. Woof. Alright. Good job, young Roof. Bad job, old Roof. Next, we're gonna say git status, git add, git commit, --j equals 2022 10/19. We're backdating BT dubs. If you haven't ever seen me do this before, which you probably have. We're adding a message, add first solution, iterative to fib sequence coding challenge. Git push. Git push. Listen, life is hard. Listen, just because you understood in the past doesn't mean you'll understand in the future. But what I do understand is, check this out, baby. Let's go. Oh, wow. God, I love this orange. I'm taking a screenshot. I just want to preserve that. Save. Oops. Save. Nice. That's actually a good life lesson. Alright. I just want to just say very briefly, philosophy Rufio. Much of our reasoning is inductive reasoning, which is based off of like the idea that because something happened in the past, or because XYZ in the past, X will in the future. And this is not actually solid reasoning, it's circular. Because something happened in the past, it will happen in the future. Why is that? Because it happened in the past. So it's just like one premise relies on another. It's circular. It's also the base of science. It's called the problem of induction. So when we're like, I understood in the past, therefore I'll understand the future, that is not solid reasoning because it's inductive and inherently circular. Okay? So that is why, partially why this is probably a correct statement, because things aren't just guaranteed to happen because they've happened in the past or because that's been a pattern. It's not actually logical reasoning. Alright, I'm done. What the hell happened to green GitHub? It is Halloween, baby. Starting to make me doubt that I understand all three solutions. Oh god, here we go again. Yes, I get it. Yes. It does make sense though, what you say. I'm glad. I can't, there's like more to the basis. I don't feel like I'm getting like the premises right. Because, like the laws of nature, because something happened in the past, it will happen in the future. Why will it happen in the future? Because it happened in the past. Well, why did it happen in the past? Or like, I don't know, something like that. I don't know. So, JavaScript does make people mad. I'm not mad. I'm frustrated with myself. I don't think it's JavaScript. I think it's me. But we need to be nice to ourselves, even if we're just like, why? Yep. I'm just really digging this orange, honestly. Why? Tell me why. Sing it. I'm listening. All right. Recursive solution, baby. Thank you, Lark. Thank you. Can I do a rap? I can do... So, I've done this on stream before. When I was in 7th grade, or I was 13, I ran for student government in school. And everyone who ran for student government was put on the TV with like a pitch saying, this is why you should vote for me. Well, most of them were people who came up and they were like, hello, my name is John Smith, and I will bring better lunches to the school, and you should vote for me because, and then just go on for like 5 minutes. Anyway, that was boring as fuck. And so 13-year-old Ruf was like, what if we did something different? What if we did a rap? And mind you, at this time, I'm like the whitest girl ever. Like, so white. Oh my god. Anyway, but I came up with a poem. My mom said to do a rap. So we made the poem into a rap. It's not a far jump, right? And so I was only like 40 seconds long, but I still remember the rap because it was fantastic. So what I would do, or what I did, pretend that this is a hoodie, okay? Okay. I was like turned around, and then I went here and I was like, hey guys, my name's Ruth Breed. I'm the leader that you really, really need. Vote for me for SBO and think of all the places that we could go. A lot of what you hear these days are lies, which comes to me as no surprise. So get the truth by voting for Ruth. Yeah, Ruth, for Reed. And that was it. And guess what? I got like the first person who got like the most votes was like a pretty dancer girl. I got the second most. So, is that a rap for you? It was very out of character. I'm a very quiet person, and mostly in public. You'd vote for me just because my name sounds a lot like someone with a lot of wisdom. Yeah, and gray hair. I have a gray hair. So if I part my hair in the middle, which I did today because I did little pigtails, you can see I have like a gray hair right here, and it like stands out. And like I got it when I was 23, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like 23. Why do I have a gray hair? God, why? But like now I'm like, you know what? Like my mom went gray super early, and also I hear that stress can make you go gray, and I have had a lot of that, depression and stress. So I look like Prison Mike. I don't know who that is, but maybe it's a compliment. Bruh, little Thuggy was a born star. Yeah. So I have and gray hair. You have 2 gray hairs on your beard. Nice. The Office? You know what? I've never been able to get into The Office. I know people like it and it's probably good. I don't know. Don't know who Prison Mike is. Did they ban NBC in Utah? I didn't have TV growing up. I just had movies. Nice. It is a compliment then. Oh, you can't even see it. Here, wait a second. There you go. Thanks, Michael. See you later. Same person, it is. Yeah, no, I've never been able to get into The Office. I tried to watch like 6 episodes. I don't know. I also don't like Seinfeld. Never seen it. Well. My sisters really like it though. You're done here. Bye. I've watched other sitcoms. I've watched like New Girl, Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, the mother one, How I Met Your Mother. You think so, Wesley? I don't know. Series where I like those ones. I like lighthearted comedy. I like true crime. I like rom-coms. What about Prison Break? Prison Break. I've never seen it. Is it good? I've never heard of Superstore. How about The Good Place? I watched the first season. I didn't really like it. Like, it was fine, but like not enough to watch again or watch the second season. Breaking Bad, watched 3.5 seasons of that, and just like, I just hated that. Like, there was no comic relief. It just sucked the whole time, and it just got worse and worse. So there was like no breaks from the depressingness, and then it just was super heavy, and there was just like nothing redeemable about it. So I did watch a decent amount of it. Just not a fan. Superstore, I'll check it out. Jesus. Abbott Elementary, never heard of it. I actually don't watch that much TV. I don't know why. I feel like I stream instead. I read. I play some video games. I look at Twitter a lot. That's what I do instead. But I'll check those two shows out. The Abbott Elementary and the Superstore. You don't have a TV? Is that weird? No. Not really. Not when you have a phone. Do you have a phone? Yes. There you go. There you go. There you go. I don't know how I do it. We're like, do a coding challenge for 2.5 hours. I did a 12-hour stream once, and I was supposed to apply to like a fuck ton of jobs. I applied to, or like, I networked for 4. 4 in 12 hours. 4. You don't have her watch any TV until you moved in with the missus. Took you a year to get used to ad breaks being a thing. Too much fun chatting. True. Here, working too. What about this? Narcos? I watched like a couple of the first season and I couldn't get into it. Sorry. Peaky Blinders? I watched the first season and a bit of the second season, and I don't know what people like about it so much. I guess like that sort of TV, like this more serious drama related TV, I'm just not like a huge fan. I've watched like 2 episodes of The House of the Dragon. Haven't been able to get into that anymore, though I probably will. I don't know. I watched all of Game of Thrones, though it took me 3 years after the premiere of the 8th season to watch that. You know me. Friends? Yes. How I Met Your Mother? Yes. Tell me, who am I? The latest thing I watched are the Ted Bundy tapes. God, am I a basic white bitch? I am. Like pumpkin spice lattes? No. Damn it. How am I going to fit into this cookie cutter mold? Nah, I don't think they're particularly good. You watch YouTube? There's some interesting channels out there. I watch pitch meetings on YouTube. And that's about it. I tried to watch a little of the How I Met Your Father. That was really boring. Couldn't take that seriously. Live, laugh, Prosecco, scents on the wall. Can't you see it? What if I made one? Nah, I think vinyl on the wall looks like shit. You watch a guy that does woodworking? You know, I was thinking I might like buy a big canvas and like do a really big henna drawing on it. I think that might be cool. Another one that opens mini toys. Interesting, mini toys. Wait, is that interesting? I watch a lot of parrot videos. You mean the channels? Ah, I see. Yeah, there are a lot of, like, the internet is really cool, actually. So much, there's like something for everyone, right? The fact that they're so passionate about stuff passion is a big deal. Like people like that's infectious. People get really interested when someone cares a lot about something, I think, even if they don't care at all. You watch so many weird YouTube channels. I don't even know what I do with my life. I don't even watch YouTube or TV or game or do anything that much. Trains to unblocking is so satisfying. Bruh. Bruh. I have like too much PTSD from that. I've had to clean a lot of bad toilets. You know, there was one toilet that people just dumped like candle wax in it, and then it got blocked, and they were like, so our toilet's blocked and we can't figure out why. And it was like, that's why I'm so happy. Wait, why am I so happy? Do I farm? No. I also hate Stardew Valley. I never like super dislike games. I super dislike Stardew Valley. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to do a recursive solution in 20 minutes, so let's just chat. No farm in real life, duh. Nope. I live in a city, bro. No, I have a yard, and I'm supposed to like mow the lawn and do stuff, but I just don't have any energy, and I also don't care. So now I have a lot of little baby trees growing in my yard, and I have to go kill them, but I don't care. No. So no, I don't have enough energy to farm in real life. Also, bugs are gross. Technically, we're all farmers. We're all growing at least one human being. Mice killer, now tree killer. They want me to be pushed into this position. I need a goat. But then I'd have to take care of the goat. It's like Roomba. It's like a Roomba for the lawn. But doesn't it just destroy everything? What a chill gal. Am I? Maybe? Is it me being chill or is it me being depressed? That's a good question, actually. What's the difference? True. Just joking. I don't know. I was kind of being serious. Am I just chill or am I depressed? Like, actually, though. Because, like, I feel like when you're depressed, you're, like, muted, you know? You have depression and you learn JavaScript, you need to do only one. You're right, and that's probably why it's taking me so long to get a job. I don't have any energy. Yeah, I don't know, like, I also, like, wonder, am I actually depressed? Am I just blaming it on depression? Am I lazy? I was talking to my brother. I was gonna cancel my party yesterday. And he was like, why don't you just get people to help you make the food since you're overwhelmed? And I was like, I don't want to, like, force people to do any of that. Like, I don't want to force people to help me. It's a lot of effort. Like, you know? And he's like, can I just, like, that's depression talking. People are okay with helping. It is not, like, a major, like, heavy thing in their life. But whenever people ask me, I just, like die inside. Because, like, I have this much energy and effort. And if I use it on other people, then I don't use it on me, you know? So, like, that goes for, like, hanging out with people, too. Like, so much energy. And I'd rather just not talk to anyone. Does anyone know a good place online for tech education? What type of tech education? But if there are those of you who aren't depressed here, if someone asks you for help, do you mind? Or are you like, ugh, that's depression, you remember doing the same? You don't mind? Depends on what the help is. If someone was like, invited you to their food party and then asked you to help make food. Front-end or data science, you already have a job and $5K to spend before the end of the year. Oh, money. I don't know. I know free, like 100 devs is free. That's what I'm part of. But I don't know about what you would spend money on. The master classes? I don't know. Now that sounds fun if you get to eat, though. Scotty, you're down for that? You like making food? Does anyone have any online learning places that cost money for Jimmy to use the 5K on before the end of the year? Well, I'm glad to hear that like y'all like that, but I just like it just seems like I don't feel like it makes sense to invite people to a party and expect them to help you. Like they're guests. Give me, I will teach you. If I asked to move a couch once, it was much more than a couch told him to bolt. Being asked to help move, that sucks. I will do it, but I'll be like, ugh. You know. The party's doing the food and enjoying time with friends, and yeah. Same with depression. Have you heard of human design? No. Tell me about it. That or tell me if I should look it up. But if you're invited to eat and then get asked to do the food, it becomes awkward. That's what it is. So I invited people to come eat. And then my brother's like, it's okay, they can help make food too. So it's awkward then. With a lack of energy, you're like me. What is human design? Oh, astrology. Are you an astrology fan, Iron? Clear communication helps, and this involves oneself. You know, one thing I didn't grow up with were boundaries and clear communication, and it's something I've been trying to work on, but like, damn, is it hard. Like, I've told my brother before, I live with my brother, but he doesn't keep the kitchen clean because we don't have the same standard of cleanliness, and it really, 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 really bugs me. But I don't want to be his mom and tell him all the time, you know? But what I should be is like, hey, brother, like, it really frustrates me when you X, like when you don't clean the kitchen. Could you do that more often? Even though I feel like I may have done that once or twice anyway. A little bit, you find some correlations to life interesting. I'll definitely check it out. You didn't either, and it takes a while. So much to relearn. I think there's a level to it saying, hey, anyone free to give me a hand with the food? Kind of lets those who don't mind helping decide for themselves. So what ended up happening is people asked me, I invited them to say, hey, is there anything I can do to help? And then I would be like, well, you could make this. And then if they didn't want to, they didn't. But most of them did. All right, how do I say your name? I would say forever for now. Hey, what's up? Projectors cannot create their own energy and pull energy from others. Are you talking about emotional vampires? I guess you could say that. Emotional vampires, I've heard, are defined as like people who like just take and take, like emotion-wise, without giving anything in return. And you'll get really drained when you're near these people. And it's just like, I've had so many of those people in my life. Oh, they've offered the pony. Ride that pony up the mountain. Let's go. Assertiveness helps a lot. You remember you started telling how it felt for you, what their behavior is causing, like it hurt you and stuff. Yeah. And it's also like hard to take like criticism as well. So like I was like, can you do the thing to my sister? And it was something that was happening immediately. And after it happened, she's like, hey, I would appreciate it next time if you would tell me what the thing was beforehand and be more specific. And instead of, like, my gut was like, be offended. But I was like, no, Rufio. And I was like, okay, like, I'll do that next time. And, like, well, bruh, that's hard. You never mind being asked for help, always more eager if they put in some kind of effort on their own. So if you're invited to a party and then asked help, eagerness would depend. If nothing was done before you got involved helping, they weren't at least participating to the best of their ability. Okay. Learn to not give a fuck about them. You need to remember that you are not responsible for their emotions. Neither can you read people's minds. Yes, true. I do a lot of mind reading, which is basically what I was doing with this. It's like, this will be really draining for people because it's draining for me. but I don't actually know if it will be, you know? And then being responsible for other people's emotions, like, true. That's something I need to practice. Back again. Are you all done with coding? What did you miss today? We worked on the iterative solution for Fibonacci sequence, and I didn't understand. I may have to study it more. And now we're just talking about depression and, you know, unlearning trauma. Takes a while, but it's a skill you can develop. So much effort, so hard. You love helping, but you dislike asking others to help you. Same. Snaps. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. Because you don't want to, like, stress other people out the way you are stressed, you know? You've never been personally depressed, but your friends have, and boy, it can be the worst thing. But you're always looking out for people as much as you can. And I think and I appreciate that. I feel like it's also hard to be, like, a good friend, because friends need you to invest that sort of emotional time and effort in them, and I don't have any, you know? And so I'm just a shitty friend. I don't know, you know? Able to also to learn to say no and to be okay with no for an answer. It hurts, but life gets better. I need to learn to do that. Say no. That's what you mean. It's not your responsibility to regulate other people's emotions. Yeah. True. You don't need to learn, just do. Fine, call me out. Just do it. I tweeted this, but my brother said the other day, he was like, I don't understand why you have such a problem, like, with your own brain. And I was like, dude, like, you don't have to have depression to be, like, try and be, like, sympathetic, you know? And it's not logical. There's no real reason to act the way you do when you're depressed or to be depressed. Like, it's not, like, logical. But I think, like, if you're just, like, accepting, you know, instead of being like, if someone's like, I don't even know what's up with my own brain, be like, I'm sorry. Like, that must be hard. Instead of like, yeah, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you know? Have I been clinically diagnosed? Yeah. Yep. Been on antidepressants for like 2 years. Sorry, this is like hearing your younger self. You only meant this as advice. Be free and do yourself. No. I appreciate it, Lark. It's funny when people pretend we aren't emotional and should only be logical. Yeah, seriously though. Humans aren't, like, inherently logical creatures. I like to say that we're trying to make logical sense of, like, an illogical world, if that makes sense. Anyway, so humans are emotional creatures, true. But, like, I feel like at the same time, when we are really logical, it's helpful. I don't know. What do we think? Always good to have balance. Not too good to be too emotional or too logical. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. You want to, like, not get overly involved in your emotions, but you also want to, words are hard. You also want to have the capability to be emotional and, like, connect to other people, because people don't really connect through logic. They connect through emotion. To you, people connect through shared experiences, but I mean, yes, but also, like, emotions through those, right? You can be emotional, but when you're on task, it's logic or death. Emotions and logic. In other words, to make sense of what we feel. I feel like I felt a lot of emotions for years and never understood them. So it's really cool to apply sort of, like, more logical thinking to be like, this is why I'm behaving this way, you know, like, working through it that way and being like, and since I know that this is, like, a trigger, this is something like that, I can behave differently this next time, even though it's, like, an emotional like the thing that I'm regulating is emotional. Hey, Fana, welcome. How are you doing? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween! Have I found a job after 100 devs? Just curious to know how many people got a job after the boot camp. You're from India, so you'd probably most likely be looking for a remote position, but you don't know what companies prefer more these days. I haven't found a job yet. Haven't been the best at being like consistent, and I think that's the hardest thing. But like almost all my friends from the first cohort have found jobs and did a while ago actually. So doing well. You felt like a one-armed paper hang. Wait, what does that mean? Like you're doing everything yourself? Whole time he's saying paper hanger. Ah, one who does wallpaper with one arm. It's tricky. Oh, so you've been doing difficult like work. Difficult and lots of quantity. Oh. Well, I hope you have some time to relax as well. What is the plumb line? Like plumbing? Appreciate it. You're gonna go to get some sleep since it's already 12:30 a.m. Hope things get better for me and wishing you the best. Thank you. To you as well. Sleep well. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you ever. Hey, Win, thanks for follow. Old-time way to tell what was down a straight line. Oh. Why am... I like don't... How do I not know any of these phrases? Like these sayings or whatever. What would be your dream job offer? Like what type of company and what language is used? So I'm not super picky, honestly. I'm like down to learn whatever, do whatever. What's more important to me is that 1, I have mentorship. 2, decent amount of time off. 3, pays well. 4, love my team, love the people I work with. Like that's what's important to me. When it comes to technologies or what company, like I don't really care. Maybe that's because I haven't had a big person job yet in software engineering, but I don't know. Feel the same way? Nice. That's a high five. Not a slap. Soon. God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Alright, thank you for being here. Happy Halloween. I hope you have a great day, night, whatever it is for you. Thank you for bearing with me while I did not understand the Fibonacci sequence. I will try and figure it out by myself. Y'all are fantastic. Thanks for talking to me about depression. Bye. Goodbye. Happy Halloween.